I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I want to finish up the handle on the bandsaw vise today. I went down to Alro Steel and they have these nice little cutouts. They're done with what looks to be a laser, just based on the quality of the cut. And I think that's going to make a nice little round handle for the lathe. I'm going to put just a bar out here. I think I'll just take a piece of 5/8 steel and turn it a little bit, put a 1/2 inch tenon on it, and make it so that I can put it into a... I'm going to turn a 1/2 inch tenon on a piece of 5/8 bar stock, so I can put a 1/2 inch hole in here, put the tenon in, weld it on the back side, and have a nice handle. Then I'm going to put a pocket in here so this pipe sits down into the pocket and I get a good weld. Thought about making a hole in here and putting a 5/8 tenon in it, and I thought, too much trouble. I'll just make a little pocket back here that'll center it up. I'll put it in the big vise out there in the garage. Weld it up, give it a few tacks, set it up right, give it a good weld beat all the way around the outside of it. Weld this up, then all I'll have to do is drill and tap this for the set screw. I'm going to do that afterwards because chances are when I'm welding, first thing I'll do is I'll get a weld spatter down inside that hole and I'll have to retap it anyways. So I think it's just easier. Heating won't affect the thread then. I'll get it all welded up, let it cool off, drill that, tap it, put a set screw in it, done. So let's get started. Camera went off when I was making this handle, so you didn't get to see me turning that. Not a great episode in the annals of lathe turning, so we're not going to worry about making another one just to show the camera. What I am going to do is I'm going to pull this chuck and slide on the one with the outside jaws on it. Now I have another set of jaws for that other chuck, but since this one is a spare and I only have the outer jaws for it, this one is the one that came with the lathe and it doesn't have anything other than this set of jaws. I just leave this one on the shelf, and when I have to swap back and forth, rather than cranking out the jaws on one chuck, I just swap chucks. Yeah, that's going to center that up just nicely. Now I just got to poke a 1/2 inch hole in the edge here. $675, half of 675 is 337.5. We're gonna go with 350. Yeah, that'll leave me just shy of the edge. Should look good. And this is really all about look. It's not about whether it works well or not. Because as long as I have this off the center line, it's going to function. But I want to have it look good because I'm doing the job. Okay. I have a little starter hole there. Nice little mark with a prick punch. And I flatten it out with a 90-degree point on the center punch. Quarter-inch pilot hole and a half-inch final hole to match the tenon on the handle. We should be all set. Clamp this all together, put some tacks on it, and I should have it running very true. At least that's the theory. So we drill this hole, then weld this together, then weld the tenon in and the handle's done. Then I can cross drill this piece. Okay, the camera stopped halfway through again. I'm having camera troubles. I don't think the cold weather makes them happy. That's a nice fit on that tenon. Right at distance from the edge. Looks smooth and even. I'll put a weld bead on that, and that'll hold that in place. But first, before I do that, I need to weld the pipe into the plate. Put that in there just like that, lock it down. Good. I'll put a tack on either side, then I'll pull it out and do the rest of the circumference of the pipe. This vise is really nice for welding in because that bar covers up the thread, so you don't get any spatter down into the thread to damage the vise. Okay. Get the cables off here and plug them in. Not perfect, but functional. Well, there's the handle. I think I'm going to paint it. We'll clean this up just a little bit more and see if we can't make her nice. But first, I got to drill a set screw hole. Got set screw hole drilled. Camera's not working any better than it did before, but you know what the heck. Start this with this plug tap. I think we got her. I couldn't use one of those oval taps, but I think this round tap will do just fine. That's got it. Gonna run straight and true. Not happy about the welds, but the handle's gonna work just fine. Next comes the spacer. And I got a good piece of angle so I can make new jaws for the vise. That'll get this thing up to an almost workable situation. Well, we were successful with that project. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.